Good morning, students and staff, and welcome back to the best high school, period. I'm Mr. Brown, your principal. This is the first of, will be a weekly series of addresses that I have with the student body and with staff in regards to expectations and upcoming events. Want to make sure that you are informed of everything that's going on here, and also that not only are you informed, but that you know what the expectations are in regards to everything that we do here at CH Flowers. So let me start off with our vision. So the vision at CH Flowers is very simply that every student will graduate college and career ready. College and career ready. All right? So, and this is going to be done through a commitment to culture, to collaboration, and to critical thinking. So as we work this year towards getting the class of 2013 ready to graduate, we're going to really be talking about how we need to modify our culture. What are the things that we need to do? How do we collaborate so that we make real life learning experiences for kids, so when you guys get ready to walk out of here, that you all are ready for to take the lead in the 21st century, very, very simply. So that is the vision here at CH Flowers. So let me talk about some very important things, and I always want to start by giving kudos. So my first kudos this morning is going to go to Mr. Norman and SGA for putting together, you know, what really looks like it's going to be ending homecoming week. So great job, Mr. Norman and SGA and everyone else who's assisting with that, with those all those activities that will be occurring there. So kudos to the rest of us. I give special kudos to 5 students who received either letters of commendation from the National Merit Scholarship Program or were recognized as outstanding through the National Achievement Scholarship Program. So the 2 students that received letters of commendation from the National Merit Scholarship Program are Marmita Das and Kristen Kinsey. Congratulations to those 2 students who received National Merit Scholarship Program letters of commendation. And the 3 students who received outstanding, that were recognized as outstanding participants through the National Achievement Scholarship Program are Janae Savoy, Kayla Harley, and Dara Kelly. So congratulations to those 5 young people for doing outstanding work while in high school, and they've been recognized by the National Merit Program and the National Achievement Program due to their efforts. So good job, kudos to that group of young people. So let's talk very quickly about homecoming. So homecoming is next week, and they've laid out a full schedule. Everybody, since the first day I got here, people wanted to know that we were going to have a real spirit week and a real homecoming. And what I told them was that if you all were meeting expectations, that I would always support whatever you wanted to do in regards to having a good time, because I'm a firm believer that if you work hard, and I believe that you've been working hard up to this point, that you should be allowed to play hard. So next week is a combination of both working hard and playing hard, and let me talk about that real quick. So every day there's a theme, and during that that day you can dress according to the theme, but there's let me say a couple things in that regard first. First, you can't wear a mask that covers your face, because we still need to know who you are. So that's the first piece. The second one is that you still have to stay within the Prince George's County Public Schools dress code. So you can't decide that you're going to be Nicki Minaj and walk in here with, you know, something that's completely inappropriate. And I'm sure that you guys can see where I'm going with that. You need to be covered. You need to wear clothes that would be appropriate, you know, to a regular day at school, that on a non-uniform day. So everybody will be allowed to dress in accordance with that day, but you still got to be very conscious about how you're dressing. The other piece is that you need to make sure that you remember that it's still a school week. All right? So it's very important that you go to class on time every day and you're still committed to learning, that you're doing all of the work that's being asked of you, that you're completing all tasks from the teacher, that you're not deciding to take an extra period off because you want to spend some time with your friends during homecoming week. You need to be focused on teaching and learning. Now, we have evening activities, after-school activities. We have a pep rally on Friday and class basketball games on Thursday and a class night on Wednesday and an F Factor Monday. So, and Saturday night dance and Saturday parade and games. So it's a lot of stuff that you're going to have an opportunity to do to enjoy, but you need to stay focused on teaching and learning, because at the end of the day, it's still 3 weeks left until the end of the quarter. And as I examine progress report grades, a lot of you really need to do some work between now and then to ensure that you end the quarter successful. So make sure that we're staying focused during homecoming week. When we start to see that you guys are going to a little bit to the left, we'll come back and we'll talk to you the first time, but you're only going to get one warning. After that, then we start taking days away. And we don't want to do that. We want you guys to enjoy the week, but make sure that you stay focused and make sure that you don't let one or two students who decide that they really want to act a fool to control the outcome of your week. So if you see them starting to get that going, remove yourself from the situation, let somebody know, and allow us to address it. But if you try to hype it up, whatever it is, then you're going to find yourself without a spirit week, period. So the other thing I need to talk about in that regard is this, is that we are in a new partnership with Prince George's County Police Department and a program called CPAC. And what that really means to you is that normally when you would fight here at CH Flowers, there would be a suspension, parents would be called up to get you, and you would go home. And that's kind of how it used to work. Well, I'm not sure, because there hasn't been a lot of incidents this year, but for those that have happened, there's a bit of a surprise when the first thing that happens is that you're arrested. And so be clear that that is what's going to happen every time there's a incident of serious disruption and an incident of violence that occurs at this school, is that not only will there be, consequences in the school, but you're going to be arrested. And then when you are arrested, you're going to be taken to Palmer Park. You're going to stay at Palmer Park until a parent has the opportunity to come get you. They can't get you till 6, 7 o'clock that night. They may have to transport you to Cheltenham. You may have to spend the night there, And this is not just Charles Herbert Flowers and the decision that this administration has made. This is a part of the partnership that we have with Prince George's County Public Schools and the Prince George's County Police Department, who want to ensure that you guys understand the importance of not making bad social decisions. So if you find yourself involved in a conflict and you don't see any way out, my thing is to remove yourself from the situation or to bring an adult in on it so that we can assist you with dealing with it. Because if you fight, you're going to jail. There's no in and out. I don't care what your grade point average is. I don't care if this is your first time or your 50th time. If you fight, you're going to jail. If you participate in a serious disruption, you could get locked up and go to jail as well. So make sure that you are focused on teaching and learning. And if you go back to that whole piece and you focus on being a student, you won't have that problem. So a couple other things about homecoming, and then we're going to move on. Main Street. The 4 corners on Main Street will be assigned to different classes, and each of those classes will have an opportunity to decorate that area to really show their school spirit and their class spirit. So if you are in 2013, 14, 15, or 16, see Mr. Norman around where your corner is and how you guys want to work on decorating that area. That's one piece. Second piece is that class of 2016 needs participants for class night. So if you are a member of the class of 2016, then you need to go to room 507 this afternoon and talk to Ms. Bago and Ms. Bennons and let them know that you want to be a participant in class night for the class of 2016. Also, they have class T-shirts for the class of 2016 in room 507 or room 110, and those T-shirts are $20. Sorry about that. All right, next. Spirit Days. Beginning tomorrow, we're going to have what's called Spirit Fridays here at CH Flowers. Now, what that means is you are still required to wear your same gray pants and your same shoes, but you can wear a top that either shows school spirit as it says CH Flowers in some manner, or it's just green or gray. So you can wear the school colors or some celebration of spirit wear on Spirit Fridays, but that's just your top. Your pants still must be gray. Your shoes should still be in compliance with our requirements here. As I'm staring at the cameraman with red shoes, him and I are going to have a conversation when this whole thing is over with. But you still need to be in compliance with the things that you need to do, even on Spirit Fridays. So that's important as well. Finally, progress reports. Go home next week on the 9th. Now, a lot of you guys, I've already started to pull your grades. If I see you in the hallway, you're not where you're supposed to do, the first thing I'm going to do is bring you to the office. I'm going to pull your grades, and I'm going to pull your attendance. Then I'm going to call your parents. And then I'm going to let them get an early recognition to what you've been doing here during the first 7 weeks of school. And if it's been nothing, then it'll be reflected very clearly in your grades and your attendance that you've been doing nothing. And for those of you who have reached the age the compulsory education is over, meaning that you are at least the age of 16. If you are not matriculating to graduation, you will go on a behavior/attendance contract, and if you don't adhere to those terms, you'll be withdrawn, period. We're here to support scholars. And if you're not here to be a scholar, meaning that you're not going to class on time every day and doing what's necessary to be successful, then I'm going to remove you from the setting. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't graduate from somewhere else. Sure, we have several different alternative programs here in the county that would be great for you if you have decided that Herbert Flowers just isn't the right place for you, either through your actions or through your own decision. We'll help you get there. We're not going to just cast you into the street, but what you can't do is continue here if you're not doing what's necessary to graduate. So that kind of lays out things for the first week. Remember, next week is a big week. We want you guys to have a good time. We're going to have a good time with you, but we need you to stay focused and remember that for much is given, much is expected. So your behavior should be aligned with expectations. Have a good time, but always remember that there's a proper decorum for everything, even during homecoming week. That being said, I'm Mr. Brown, your principal. Don't have a good week. Have a great week. Thank you.